A lot of people talk about throwing red in the spring, that is the ticket to success for catching lots of bass and catching big bass. So I went out and I bought several red lures. I already had some, but I bought several red lures and I tied on a red chatterbait, a red square bill, a red spinnerbait, and I went out and I fished, and I just was not having luck on red. I noticed while I was out there though that the bass were chasing minnows, and they were, typical white looking minnow, shad type fish. So I decided to give it a change, and I tied on a little white paddle tail. This is a net bait paddle tail. I tied on a jerk bait as well, a white jerk bait. I kept throwing red. In fact, I kept throwing the red spinnerbait until I actually threw it off on a cast and lost it.
Oh no!
Pretty much everything I got bites on that day was not throwing red, but actually matching the hatch. This trip taught me that you can't just go in thinking, oh, I'm going to throw this color or this lure. You really have to pay attention to the conditions and make a change. And sometimes when you make that change, that's when you start finding success.
I think I've only fished here once, but this is a pretty shallow flat once you get further back in this pocket. My thought is this will eventually be, if it's not already, a spawning flat for the bass. So just trying to get back in here and do some fishing. Okay. They're hunting. See all the splashes. There we go. We got one. Man, he is pale. Chill, 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 chill. You're gonna make it worse, dude. Like, hooked his mouth shut. That's unfortunate. Just had one go after it, I think. Man, these fish in here are little. Good grief. Seems like it's a jerkbait kind of day. That's two now. I was hoping I'd run into some bigger ones, but seems like it's all the little guys in here. Might have to switch to a fluke or something, or just a shallow. Probably just a shallower jerkbait would be fine. This is a junior +1, so it goes about 5-7 feet. You know, if I don't start finding anything bigger, and if I do keep catching bass, I might actually end up keeping a couple. It to be 12 inches to keep them, but it just seems like it's all the little. Oh, that's a better one. Yes, that's a better one. Oh, yes! That's a nice fish. Measure. All right. Thanks, girl. All right. She hit 17 and a quarter. That is, by a quarter inch, that's a new PB for me on public land. I don't know how much she weighed. I would have gotten a weight, but I was having a hard time. My jerkbait stuck in my net still, and I was trying to keep her in the water, and I don't know. So I just got the measurement. I didn't do the weight, but that's a nice fish. Whew, that's exciting. That's a better one too. Not as good, but it's okay. All right. Getting better at unhooking the treble hooks. Here's another one. It's not as big, maybe 12 inches, 10 inches. Oh. Oh my gosh. What in the world? This thing felt like a giant. Just because I sideswiped him. Little crappie. Little crappie. He felt like a giant when he hit. Oh. Oh, I got a good one. No, I just fell with him. I knew there were crappie in here, but in my experience, the crappie in here have been pretty small. I've not really been able to catch anything of any size. Oh, that was a big fish. That was a big fish. That wasn't like a side swipe. That was a big fish. Come back. Come back. Well, wasn't recording, but I got a little guy on the lipless crankbait. And I kind of want to explore the other coves, but I don't want to leave fish to find fish, you know. Caught another one. I don't know if it got hit on video or not. I think that's up to 6 now. Maybe 7. I don't know. I might have missed one on the camera though. Find out when I'm editing. You know, you're kind of sad, buddy. See, this is kind of my concern for this lake because I got that one big one, but everything else has been tiny. I just feel like the bass are stunted in here, but I don't know. Maybe it's just my fishing skills. Okay, so I caught I think 7 bass and a crappie. I don't know, something like that, back in this area that I've been fishing. But what, except for that one, they were all small. So what I'm wondering is if maybe the males have come up and the females haven't come up yet for their spawn. So I've come out a little bit toward the points And I'm just going to see if I can get a bite out here and see if maybe I can get a little bit of a bigger bite. Oh no! Little itty bitty guy again. Whoop. And came out here to this point hoping to get a bigger one, but no. Itty bitty guy. Okay, bye. Well, I'm debating being done for the day. I'd like to catch one more good one, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna keep going for a little while. I'll make my decision. Well, got another little guy on the way back. The little guy. Switched it up to the fluke this time.